So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. This is Peter Drury, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Begley.
Hi everyone, and thanks Peter, it's great to be on board.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform.
And this is now today's
The peerless Didier Drogba, just a standout hero to so many.
One of Africa's finest and a huge reputation for being a big game player.
Big games, 9 goals in 9 cup finals during his time in London. By any measure, those are pretty special numbers.
Why, he's very much adored.
There's the whistle. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
So, what can they make of this? Pinches it off him. It's a promising run he's making on the right. And here's Vardy. Aims beyond the defence. It's Kawasaki! Deftly away. Nice physical challenge. Kawasaki Frontale finding their passes. Now, can they get him away? Hoist it in. And the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a...
He's going for goal! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
And the counter is on. Drogba. There's a sharp little ball here. So a third of the match, or thereabouts, gone, and we still await the first goal. Played out to the right. Passes coming off in quick succession here. And that's really well manoeuvred. That has been slung wide. In comes the corner. Big header! Oh, quality save! And now a sudden chance to counter. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
That's a nicely weighted pass. He's tried one! Oh, that wasn't far away. Chance here to counter. Boyro has a look and plays it forward. Now that looks a decent ball. Oh, super chance for a shot! And it's a goal! There is the breakthrough! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react. There's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Kawasaki Frontale are in front now, the game's only goal.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let their focus slip.
For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. That's a lovely, neat pass. Out to the right. Looking for the run. Delivers the ball. And he's there to clear it. Referee's given a throw. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. Oh, there's a probing ball. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Nicely aimed pass. And that is as far as they're going to go. He's a chance! It's in! And they're at it again in double quick time. Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
Vardy, who's amongst the league's top 5 scorers. Kawasaki Frontale are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Boyro. Half-time coming up, and little doubt as to which of the two sides is the happier. Can he get it through? And he's picked it up out wide. He was under real pressure there. Threads one in. Kawasaki! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Kashiwa Resol do have a chance to counter here. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Knocks it into space. He's got away. Hangs in a cross. Drogba! No, couldn't quite control it.
Well, this is simple. The supply is to be admired. The defending is to be admonished.
There will be 1 minute added time.
And that has left him in a heap. Great defending, strong and determined. And we hit half-time. To review the first half.
Kawasaki Frontale really should be thinking about killing this off early in the second half, Peter. The boss will be demanding the same level of intensity from his team. I'd expect to see the same positive intent after the break, the same purpose again.
Kawasaki Frontale in control at half-time, 2-0.
And please welcome our lads to the field.
And that's the start of another 45 minutes. Hops for safety. And he's had it nicked away. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Oh, can he get onto this?
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
And it's Drogba. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
That's a cute ball. Well, this is Vardy. Looking for a corner. Defending of the desperate variety. Tries to play it through. It's a promising position. Ball swat. He rises! Didn't quite get enough on that.
Well, that's a move which shouldn't be allowed to repeat. A dribble, cross and attempt, all too easy.
Drogba. Now it's Vardy. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Kawasaki. That's really well cleared. He slings it in. Out of play for a goal kick. Now it's Vardy. Out for a throw. Can he get on the end of this? Oh, that's neat. Ball driven towards the far... Oh, what a... It's hit the uprights. So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Well, Peter, I don't think there's anything tactical or injury-related here. I think it's just all about the push for a goal now.
Great ball, and he's in here. It's Kawasaki. That's another chance. Relentless, just relentless. And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, they say all goalkeepers are crazy, and after that, maybe there's some truth in it.
A case now of complete control. Oh, he's found support out wide.
Decent attempt, that, just a little mistimed.
That's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Boyro. Passing is crisp and sharp. Played out towards the right wing. And this is Vardy. Out to the left it goes. Tries to pass it through. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. And here's Okazaki. And that was very necessary. No, again, there's no way through. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Great vision. Kawasaki Frontale. Almost home and dry now. Nice looking ball. Now it's Drogba. And that's played in low. And that has been knocked clear. And the finish! It's loose. Oh, it's fallen loose again! And it's in! Result no longer in doubt. It's just about how many. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Look, that's one of the first things you learn, whether you're a striker or not. You just anticipate a goalkeeping parry or spillage, and sometimes you'll get lucky, it'll come your way.
There is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change. So, time for a potential game changer.
Well, this could lead to the injection of energy that might disrupt the rhythm of their opponents.
Kawasaki Frontale are having a ball here. And it's Vardy. Nicely weighted ball. Okazaki. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Looking to play him in.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Not too much more here than seeing out time, and time is very nearly seen out. And the number on the board is 3. Just eases him off the ball. Okazaki. Boiro. And we're done. Kawasaki Frontale can look back on a nigh-on perfect performance here. A super contest in which they swept their opponents aside ruthlessly. Vardy, voted man of the match, and deservedly so. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Well, the look on the manager's face says it all. He knows he set his attack up perfectly, and the players carried out his instructions to the letter, it would seem. Everything working very nicely.
Today. Thank you very much
Well,
for
thanks
your
to Jim.
support.
We both wish you a very good evening. So hello and welcome one and all from what I can only describe as footballing utopia. The weather is perfect, the fans are in great voice, and the players are all set to get started. I'm Peter Drury, and it's a pleasure to be alongside Jim Begley.
Hello, Peter, and hello to everyone watching. For me, it's a real thrill to be here.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. And from the team sheet, we derive that they are going with a 3-4-3 formation, Jim.
Yeah, it's one of these systems, Peter, where the front three are obviously the headline makers, but the back three have considerable responsibility and pressure on them. So a strong voice is needed to keep everyone switched on to their defensive duties. Everybody has to kind of play their part in getting behind the ball at times, and it's not always done because the focus is very offensive.
So it's away we go then. That'll be a throw. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Okazaki. And here's Drogba!
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
And that is out of play. It's a pretty loose pass. That's good running with the ball. And here's Okazaki. Tries to thread one through. Nicely aimed pass. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Now it's Vardy. Vardy is sporting a guilty look after that.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
And it's made its way to him. And this is Vardy. Great chance! It's there! Not a defender in sight. He had all the time in the world.
Well, that's really well played, Peter. You have to appreciate the simplicity of it all. Killer pass, perfectly delivered.
Vardy, he's amongst the league's top 5 scorers. So the first goal of the game.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus as the opposition will inevitably react.
Unrelenting, uncompromising pressure on him. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Vardy. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. It's a lovely, neat pass.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
Yeah, and it just, I suppose, Jim, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blanket suffocation. Every single player is committed to the press, and there's simply no way out.
And he's there to clear it. And now a sudden chance to counter. And this is Vardy. And this is... It's Drogba! No, he's missed it.
It's certainly a bold attempt, and there's nothing wrong with that. Shame he didn't work the keeper a bit more, though.
Steered out wide, but he won't reach that one. Oh, and they're quick to press here, right on top of them. And it's Vardy. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Pass somewhat off target. Vardy. And here's Okazaki. He's tried one! Superb from Okazaki! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. 2 up now, and they are cruising. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Kawasaki Frontale are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
The turning of the screw comes to mind, Peter. They've got them where they want them.
Now it's Vardy. Well, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. Now it's Vardy. Threads one in. Shot at goal! Oh, he's fizzed it forward. Can he spark a counter here? Coming up to half-time, leading, and things are looking pretty good. Vardy! Really well taken goal. Oh, that is a late call, but it's the right one.
Is the light very short-lived? The referee's assistant did have his flag up. It might have been close, but it was correct.
Disappointment and relief on either side, nothing doing. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Well, they could break here. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
We've got 5 minutes till half-time. Passing is crisp and sharp. He's got away. He's having a shot! Forward tracking back like that, always appreciated by the crowd.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
Can he finish? Relentless! Just relentless! And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff.
Yeah, a fantastic run and a fantastic pass to play him in. Both needed to be timed to perfection, and they were.
A case now of complete control.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Tries to pass it through. Couldn't squeeze it through. Okazaki. Now, what about a counter-attack? It's an early cross. Nice interception, well timed. And that'll be the last act of the first half. Well, who would have thought it? A huge chasm between the two teams already, and it might grow even wider in this second half.
Kawasaki Frontale absolutely dominated that half, Peter, and now it's all about game management. There's no need to overstretch themselves, just stay calm and see this one out.
Kawasaki Frontale are cruising it at half-time, 3-0 ahead.
And please welcome our lads to the field.
That gets things going for the second half. Oh, no joy this time. And he's gone searching crossfield. Well, that looks a decent ball. Out of play for a goal kick. Vardy receives it in a good position here. It's a really well-measured ball. It's a promising position. Hit into the middle. And he gets rid in a hurry. Can he get on the end of this?
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
It's a mighty effort! They've done it! Just cruising! They are cruising! He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball, made a classic move and made it perfectly.
It's become a case of men against boys.
That dugout has had some relief at least, but now the harder work starts. They've got to push for more.
He really is being given no time to think on the ball now.
Well, this defence now knows that they have to reduce his movement because they've allowed him to run free.
Expertly cut out, really nicely done.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Vardy chasing after it.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Cross deflected behind for a corner.
Substitution on the field. Number 27.
Time then for the first substitution of the game.
Well, he can certainly make his side a lot more unpredictable, Peter. You know, he has a very good eye for a pass and a tricky one at that.
Defending of the desperate variety. And now they can spring out of defence. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. And they're not going to make any further progress now. And the shot! No, got right underneath it.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Looking for options for movement. Can he finish? And that has been clubbed away. And it's played in. That should be the goalkeeper's, and it is. Spread it left. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Out towards the flank. That's good play. Looking to go deep. Big header! Oh, crossbar! Well, there's the clearance. Tries a shot! It's in! Well, it would have been harder to miss.
Well, the defence were being far too casual there, Peter. Far too slow to switch on to the danger. That's the kind of thing that makes managers go crazy.
Number 14.
Time for a change in personnel.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
Number 7.
They're still trying to make a game of this.
Number 18.
Well, that's well spotted.
Number 9.
Played out to the right. Gets into some space. Deflected behind for a corner kick.
Substitution in progress.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
Boiro. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Lovely passing, lovely movement as well. And the counter is on. And that is expertly dealt with. Now it's Drogba. Nicely spread.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Oh, played through for the wide man. Lovely bit of skill. Now it's crossed into the middle. Up he goes! No, not the best of headers.
There will be 5 minutes added time.
Just seeing the board now, it's going to be 5 extra minutes. Distributed tidily.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Kawasaki Frontale are looking to break at pace. Quality ball. And he cuts out the supply.
This is the time you need that pace.
Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. And that will be it. Kawasaki Frontale pretty much in utopia, imposing themselves in the manner they wanted right from the start. A show all about one side's remorselessness, ruthlessness, relentlessness. Okazaki picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Well, the look on the manager's face says it all. He knows he set his attack up perfectly, and the players carried out his instructions to the letter, it would seem. Everything working very nicely.
So we've reached the end of our coverage for today. Many thanks to Jim Beglin alongside me, and we'll both see you next time. So the overriding question in this part of Planet Football is, will they or won't they? There's a football game amongst it all, an apparent detail in the broad brush of expectation and bravado. The champions-elect already have one hand firmly on the trophy. A win here will guarantee them the ultimate photo opportunity. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. But it appears, Jim, that everyone is raring to go.
Well, Peter, they've been the best team over the course of the season. That's why they're in this position in the first place. Now, as long as they stick to what they've done so far, I can't see any reason as to why they won't do it again today.
And this is now today's lineup.
The midfield three, Peter, I think are going to be key in this lineup because it's a very expansive system.
Yeah, it certainly looks a very front-footed approach.
It is, and with the front three, especially the wide men, running at and beyond the defence, there's going to be an awful lot asked of the midfield. They have to supply those balls the attack can run onto, while at the same time maintaining the team's overall shape by linking the front and back.
on the way. Kawasaki Frontale are only wanting one thing here. It is in their hands. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
The peerless Didier Drogba, just a standout hero to so many.
One of Africa's finest and a huge reputation for being a big game player.
Big games, 9 goals in 9 cup finals during his time in London. By any measure, those are pretty special numbers.
Why, he's very much adored.
Couldn't squeeze it through. Passing is crisp and sharp. And the return pass. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Kawasaki. Drogba. That has been slung wide. It's a good-looking... Climbs up big! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Vardy threads one in. That's been slipped through. A header! Well, he should have done better, and he knows it.
Okazaki certainly knows that he's missed a real chance there, but he can't dwell on that. He needs to pick himself up and move on.
Neither side yet able to find the net. He's looking wide. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Gets into some space. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Could try cutting inside here. Knocks it out wide. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Now it's Drogba. It's Drogba! Wow, that is Didier Drogba! Captain, leader, goal scorer!
Well, that's exactly what you expect from the man with the armband. A leader from the front. Fantastic.
The goal scorer after
The
29
movement so
minutes.
precise, the finish sumptuous.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Didier Drogba.
So we have had the first significant moment. It is 1-0.
Well, that's really changed the mood in the stands, Peter. It ought to encourage more positive football, a more front-footed approach. It's got to be. If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
And they're back on the ball again. And it's Drogba. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. Kawasaki, Drogba!
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
Now it's Drogba. Can he get on the end of this? Drogba. Now this could... And the shot! It's in! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. Kawasaki Frontale are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it. It's the sort of situation they'll want to capitalise on now.
And here's Vardy. Tries to dink it through. Shifted it to the flank.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Now, can they get him away? Kawasaki. Decent chance! Relentless! Just relentless! They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye.
The goal scorer,
A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
But Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too. Made things quite uncomfortable for them.
Kawasaki front. And there's the end of the first half. Well, I don't think many people saw this coming ahead of kick-off.
It's an eye-catching scoreline, but it's a fair reflection on what we've just seen in this first half, Peter. Now they just need to make sure they retain their focus until the very end. No slip-ups.
Kawasaki Frontale are cruising it at half-time, 3-0 ahead.
And please welcome our lads to the field.
And the second half gets underway. Opts for safety. Little pass back. Oh, that's nice. He's in a great position here. Okazaki. Here's a perfect combination of brain and brawn. He's found a way through. And this is Vardy. Pings in across. He gets big. He's got a goal. It is no contest. It is a landslide. Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and led it perfectly.
Kawasaki Frontale are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a long way from that. Okazaki.
That dugout has had some relief at least, but now the harder work starts. They've got to push for more.
He's shifting through the gears here. And the shots! They've done it! There is a man right at the top of his game, and he just knows it.
Well, I think we've reached the point when even damage limitations is no longer an option.
Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
He has simply been truly awesome. He really has stamped his authority on this.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Now it's Vardy. Okazaki. He is being harried and hassled.
Yeah, they're certainly getting much tighter to him now. At least the message was received.
Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest.
Well, Peter, he's looking particularly sharp.
And certainly on the hunt for his personal treble.
Yeah, and I certainly wouldn't go against that, although he may keep an eye on the bench for fear of being taken off.
Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
It's a promising position. Okazaki. Kawasaki Frontale are looking to break at pace. Spread it left. And this is Vardy. Takes a shot! And yes, it's there! And it is becoming almost too painful to watch. Where to next?
Well, it's a goal fest, and the fact it's so one-sided now is getting scary.
Number 9, Jamie Vardy! Jamie Vardy! Jamie Vardy!
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Substitutions taking place.
And again, they run up against stubborn defending. Now it's Drogba, and he's managed to get free. Shot a goal! It's a goal! And the headlines continue to get darker and darker.
Look, all they want to hear right now is the final whistle. They've been humiliated.
After 73 minutes, it's number 9, Jamie Vardy! Jamie Vardy! Jamie Vardy!
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. Drogba, and the counter is on. Tries to get it clear. And they've been given a corner.
Substitution on the field. Number 29. Coming on the field is number 37.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Lovely feet. Boiro. And he's picked it up out wide. Chance to deliver. Big header! He's scored! And the chasm continues to widen. A brutal statement that underpins where these teams are at.
I can see some heads dropping here now, Peter. I see things getting even worse out there if they're not careful.
As if 3 weren't enough, this is nigh on utopian.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Boiro. Tries to pass it through. Drogba. Looking for options for movement. He slings it in. And it's claimed by the keeper.
Look, this is so frustrating. Passing without any end product is just passing time.
Now it's Vardy. Taken back almost at once.
There will be 5
Kawasaki.
minutes added time.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And He's whipped it across. Defending of the desperate variety. Just seeing the board now, it's going to be 5 extra minutes. It's a good spell of possession, this. No, it's come to nothing. Boiro getting this one clear. They've played it short. Keep the ball and you win the game. It really is that simple. And with that, the sun sets on the quest for glory in Japan. The champions, the winners of the J-League, and the standard bearers, Jim, of all Japanese football.
Well, Peter, from what I have seen, this has to be one of the hardest leagues to predict, with all teams being pretty well balanced, where champions get relegated and promoted teams become champions. You have to admire the extreme discipline, effort and enterprise these players have showed throughout the season, as I think it really did make the difference.
And as the winners lay claim to the most coveted trophy in the land, we bid you farewell.
There it is, everyone. Now big up for our players.